After a promising intro, this resume ended up just being hard to listen to. Welcome to Resume Reviews, where we look at real resumes from the perspective of a hiring professional. Let's get started. I'm going to get a little metaphorical here, but a resume is a piece of music, composed by the candidate to showcase their experience and abilities, and leave the listener with an impression of the person that is greater than the sum of each individual note. This particular arrangement contains a few positive melodies, showing that the candidate may actually be skilled at a few things and probably makes a good first impression. This is seen at the start with a decently written summary paragraph. It goes on a little long for my taste, but it piqued my interest. I'm guessing this candidate also does well in face-to-face interviews, since they have been consistently hired by multiple companies in multiple industries. Another positive stanza showcases the certifications and licenses. I always like to see any professional qualifications someone holds. Unfortunately, this piece turns dark hereafter with a decidedly dissonant tone, inconsistent with my initial impression. First of all, this resume uses the Indeed Resume Builder tool and template. I have used Indeed a lot to hire good candidates, but in my opinion, this template leaves candidates sounding flat. It's generic, overused, and creates resumes that are too long. 7 pages? Ouch, my ears are bleeding. Part of the problem here is that this candidate included a number of Indeed assessments. 2.5 pages of assessments is not helping this resume. What's worse, the results are mostly mediocre. Customer service, completed. Let's see, what does that mean? 200 to 409 out of 800. That would be like an F letter grade. Maybe it's a bogus assessment, but it hints the candidate may lack both skills and judgment to include this. The next negative refrain in this music, short tenures. Less than 2 years, 1 year, 1 year. Okay, that one was COVID. But before that, 1 year, 1 year. I get that shorter tenures are more common now, but my advice to both job seekers and hiring professionals, tenure matters. If your resume shows you as a job hopper, it will hurt your future prospects. Hiring professionals, if you see 1 and 2 year recent stints on a resume, ask yourself if you really want to be rehiring for this job a year from now. Another issue on this resume to watch out for is one we've seen too often before. Lack of proofreading. I blocked it out for privacy, but they messed up the name of their current employer. There are extra spaces in a couple of bullet points, and inconsistent period usage in the bullet points. It usually doesn't matter to me if you use a period or not in these, just be consistent. The other issue I have with the bullet points on this resume is that they are entirely uninspired. Just listing what you did is the equivalent of elevator music. It's not technically wrong, but it's not that great to listen to, and utterly unmemorable. List some accomplishments, accolades, and statistics instead for an uplifting approach. Finally, I want to bring it full circle and call something out here that set off some alarm bells in my head. When I'm hiring, integrity in a potential employee is a requirement. This candidate says in the first sentence of the summary that they have extensive experience in accounting systems. Now, if you say that, I would kind of expect to see some accounting positions in your work experience, which I don't. Now I'm starting to doubt your credibility, and if I interviewed you, I would definitely ask a few questions to see if you were stretching the truth here. I see the accounting degree, but education is not the same as experience. Candidates, you do need to toot your own horn, but never with falsehoods or embellishments. Hiring professionals, people will tell you exactly who they are. All you have to do is listen carefully and ask good questions. That's the end of this song, friends. Thank you for indulging my poetic language. Hit the like button if this video was music to your ears, and leave a comment if you have any requests. Okay, I'll stop. But seriously, subscribe for more resume reviews and tips. I promise they won't all be music metaphors.